So to explain all this, I asked if Candace Owens was the mastermind of the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Crazy, I know, right?
Right.
But with her demeanor and her envy and her bitterness, and as if this just didn't faze her, because she went on a rant as if something didn't work. Like, what do I mean? And what do I mean by that? It's after his assassination, after Kirk's assassination, she came out and ranting that she's not the voice of Turning Point, and tried to get all of the credit and all of his audience members on her side, saying, I built this and I did this and blah blah blah, trying to take all the credit for him. So it got me thinking of whether or not she had this concept that if I got rid of him, maybe I can replace him because there's no one better for the job. Because I made him, and I've been in this red pill sphere for almost a decade, and I've been doing it just as long, if not longer, than he has. And so it got me thinking, was she the mastermind who conducted this? And first card that came up was the Hierophant. So which means she was the top, if not the mastermind. That is immediate yes. She conducted this. Then followed by 20, Judgment, King of Cups. Then what followed that was 18, the Moon, and 19, the Sun. So there is absolutely some cases here, if not all cases, that show that she did this.
And then you got the Ace of Wands, which is a yes card.
And in this specific one, and in this specific card, it's a different card. The card is the Star Maiden Tarot. Is the Ace of Wands? There's a castle behind it. So she wants to take over something that's like a kingdom, because he built a kingdom. He built a dynasty. He built something so freaking powerful that she wanted to take over, and she wanted to be the lone leader of it, almost like a dictatorial position. This see you next Tuesday basically wants to be a dictator in her own right. She kind of does, and I'm not saying that lightly. She wants to be the one who has all the power, and she sits and has control over this huge thing. And so she thought that the most eligible person would be her. On paper, the most eligible person would be her on paper. Yeah, especially, but he was married, and traditionally, and when I mean Charlie, he was married, and traditionally, and in any sort of kingdom, it goes to the family, it goes to the queen. So now it's going to be Erica's doing. So she and after Charlie Kirk passed, it was a poor me, we were best friends, and how dare this was my friend, and this, that, and the third. Something, and I honestly believe that she didn't genuinely feel bad for what had happened. Her attitude was like, seemed to be more on par with something didn't work. If you listen to the tone of her voice and look at the demeanor, why didn't this work? Which tells me that she actually did collaborate with somebody, and which is the Four of Wands here. It could have been with her significant other, but it's also on this one, in this specific deck, there's a black woman with a blue hair. I mean, not saying that Candace Owens does that to her hair. And there's a white guy on the left, and they're both like collaborating with one another, which tells me
castle in the background.
And there's a castle in the background, which means she collaborated with somebody, a white dude, which tells me, in my opinion, okay, so this is my opinion, this is how I'm just reading this, I'm just reading the cards, I'm not saying that what I'm saying is 100% accurate, but it does lead an eye that she actually did hire that, what was his name, Tom, not...
Oh, the kid?
Yeah, that she hired that hitman.
You think she hired the hitman?
I think she's the one who freaking hired him.
That would be horrible. And then you got the Wheel of Fortune.
And then I was like saying, did she hire somebody did she hire a hitman? And immediately I got the Wheel of Fortune, which is yes. So this guy, even though he had Antifa stuff, and it does lead to suspicion that he was Antifa in all this. Even though he was Antifa, he was hired by Candace.
Wow, it's so hard to believe. Unbelievable. Like, I can't fully even fathom that.
Oh, it kind of makes sense. It's like, because I mean, like, who would believe that it's a conservative envious conservative black woman who's behind this,
or at least an envious conservative woman,
envious conservative woman,
or
anyone,
whoever, yeah,
anyone, because then now everyone's pointing the finger to the Antifa kid. But she's the mastermind, and he was just the hitman. She hired a hitman. This is what this confirms.
Yeah, well, I guess in the real world they don't use things like this to verify that, but because they have to have stuff on paper. But if they could, if you
connect the dots, and the demeanors and because if you listen to how the interview or her monologue was, it was not like I said this earlier. If you watch this and listen to her, pay attention to her tone. It doesn't feel like distraught disappointment that her friend is gone. It feels like
she's given a report.
It sounds like she's given a report. Not that but it also sounds like,
and she immediately points to Israel. Israel. Yeah, she's using she's scapegoating on that. But she's also but the tone is like something didn't work. Like, damn it, why didn't this work? Damn it. I'll have to hear it again, but wow. No, she sounds frustrated. She sounds flustered and irritated, like why? Why didn't this work? Wow, wouldn't that be unbelievable? Okay, so I'll just